I tried to lower it. Oh well. At least it's off. There's one. So it's Monday morning and I had to de-ice the van this morning. It's like it shows signs of it getting warmer, and then you just come out one day and it's just ice everywhere. But I'm up a bit earlier. I'm going to Screwfix when it opens for 7. I need to pick up paint for Western. I've got PJ decorators, Phil and his dad are coming in, and we've got this week on Western, so hopefully get it pretty much done. And then I've got to drop the paint off, pick up the spray machine for the plaster, and then take that to student job site. And hopefully we don't have any cry-offs, because today I did a look on YouTube last night and I can't see anyone who's plastered a house in a day. So hopefully it'll be something a bit unique that well, we haven't done, and that it looks like others haven't done on YouTube anyway. But yeah, hopefully everyone comes in and we don't have any cry-offs, that we can get it done. It's good to make new contacts as well, so we've got 3 new plasterers coming in today. So it'll be good to see, obviously, how they get on, and if they're good, then obviously we can use them on the next jobs, because plasterers are the weirdest people in the world, so it'd be nice to find some normal ones. I don't know, like 1 or 2 normal plasterers. We're on Western, got all the paint, time-lapse camera for Phil. Blaine's come early, haven't you, to come and help us get it in. And we've just spent how long looking for the nozzle for the spray machine. So got the spray machine. Everyone, 12 plasters coming in today, and we couldn't find the nozzle for the spray machine, so it was almost game over, but managed to find it. Totally separate from the machine, which isn't great. But yeah, off the student job now. The big day. Stop swearing, lad. Sorry. Hey, at least you haven't got your hood up for once. That's it, isn't it? How many of them do you reckon we'll get through today?
What, Red Bulls?
Red Bulls. Right, someone can start cleaning the buckets out, getting some water in them, and then taking them up to the loft. We'll start in the loft with the machine, so that needs to go upstairs, and then someone start carrying some bags up. Yeah. Safe room. And then when that starts coming out, yeah, that's not good. It means it's got a block. It means it's got a blockage if it starts doing that.
Oh, Papa! You okay?
Fucking. Oh.
How are you, boss? You okay?
No.
Oh no. Why?
No one cleans my machine.
New technology not work. It's okay. Maybe 5 minutes.
I start blockage in it.
Oh no. Wow.
Right, so this morning's gone to absolute pot, but I don't know if you can see when I was spraying, but this is where the air comes out, and obviously gives it even distribution when you're spraying. However, it wasn't, it was coming out of 1, because although there's 6, 3 of them are blocked up just in case, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, obviously brings the air out evenly. Now, when we last used this, whoever cleaned it didn't clean it properly, so that was all full of plaster. So started spraying and it just wasn't coming out right at all, so the lads are just putting it on by hand now. And finally what I've had to do is I've had to get an 18mm brad pin, put it in the drill and hammer it through just to clean them, because I've spent about an hour trying to clean this out now, so we've lost all that time. But right, let's go and get the spray machine on. Woke up today. I've left my house hours earlier than I should have to try and get everything in place for this plaster house in a day. And yeah, I think everything that could have went wrong has gone wrong. So turn up and, you know, plug the machine in and it's fucking blocked. It's full of shit. We went to move last Tuesday. Someone hasn't cleaned it out properly. And yeah, great. It took me 2 hours to clean that while the lads just done a hand mix and put it on. So that cost us. Then 4 plasters didn't turn in. Doesn't help. Then we had 3 plasters. Well, not plasterers, but 3 lads who were, you know, have been learning to plaster for a while. Turn up without a trowel. And you're like, literally everyone knows what we're doing. How can you just turn up without a trowel? What were you thinking of doing? So I don't think anyone's on the same page as me as getting this done. It's like, in my head, you get so much done a day, but I think everyone's gone the opposite way and gone, well, there's loads of people here, I don't need to do as much. Whereas I was thinking, like, just lock one person in a room and go, you skim that room in a day. You've got however many mixes you want to do, and obviously we'll spray it on, so all you're doing is trialing off. Should be able to do a plaster in a room a day, and they're only small rooms. And then obviously we'd have like the downstairs and stuff, but yeah, not gone to plan. Well, as if today couldn't get worse. Just went and got chicken wrap dead quick from the shop down the corner, and he's riddled with onion, so fuck's sake. Right, take 2. So, nice little room. Do you two want to try and do this? Yeah? Oh, always try and go up if you can first, because what you'll do is you'll drag it. So you'll get all the stuff on it, keep it on the wall. We don't want any fall. Watch your head as well. Your hood's on the... So, see these joins? That's the bit you want to get. So if you get the middle of that on there, and get that, and then if I need to come round with another coat, you know what I mean? That's where someone's left a 2 centimetre gap. So if you do that top bit now and come down, you might have a bit of scrim on show there for now, and then I'll do it with a second coat. Down. We've got this room done. This hallway's getting done now. So do you remember in the last video I showed you that little bit that's a nightmare? That's why. In here. Lovely. See, these walls are staying, they're going to get varnished. The lads are just doing down here now. So, Lou and Blaine have done in here. Nothing good? No scrim on show? Like glass? We don't want it like glass. That's not like glass. I know where you buy your glass from.
No. Someone's done that, right?
Yeah.
And got off. Because we never done it. Upstairs we left it in wheels, didn't we? It was you and then was it you?
Sprayed it?
Did you spray that?
Yeah. Why are you leaving the reveals? Get it done?
Because you said leave them upstairs like we did and do it by hand without the...
Oh yeah, I know, and then realised no one done them in the other room, so I was like... Yeah, and then I got this all over the window, so one of the tasks I put... Oh, look at that, fucking... We have to get that before we go today. One of the tasks was to cover all the windows, and it hasn't been done, clearly. But yeah, looking good. And then Mick and Scott have done in here. Oh, you're leaving that one little bit? Fucking hell. Lad, I'm going to have to go and get that, that'll annoy me. Hey, I'll put that on now. You can't do all this. You've even done the reveals. Mate, one coated, that's fine. Yeah, what's that? Has that all gone off?
Yeah,
Well, see if you can, yeah. That's the one off the gun. Oh, you're gonna wait, you think you were wasting mix, did you? So, we were hallway, 2 small bathrooms, and downstairs away from getting this done, which, looking at it, I'm going to measure the square meterage because I think we've gone past halfway surely if we've done the loft and most of the first floor, but obviously this room's quite much bigger, isn't it, and goes out the back to the extension, so maybe 2 days, still not bad, but just shows there's a lot of things that like I have to come here and check because like just beads. Literally, I've had the spray gun and I'm as I'm spraying, I just get there and go, there's no bead on that. And stuff like that. So obviously that's like, what, 3 centimetres from where that needs to finish. And then the scrim. People think it's okay to do baggy scrim like this. Like, as if the plaster's just going to solve that. And the other issue I have is screws sticking out. Oh my god. You know, I've had to hammer in about 4 of them. But yeah, the plan is to attack this tomorrow with the machine working, and maybe we'll see if them plasters will come in. Well, we probably don't need them actually. And that's a wrap. Literally went round scraping, cleaning the windows, although Lewis and Blaine have done half the job, as that'll be hard to get off tomorrow, boss. These ones, just been cleaning those windows. That is my brand new ladder. So it's a good job I go around and snag these, isn't it? But everyone's gone. And I'm here washing my tools that others have used. I don't know why that's left up here. Should have been cleaned and the bucket empty, ready for tomorrow. Oh my god, look at the state of me. Bloody hell. Overall, a good day, but I can't help but think like, I'm just like, I've half ruined it by just not having everything in place and planning things that just wasn't right. So yeah, I can blame the 4 plasters who didn't come in, but it would have only made, you know, they've only made it more stressful for me because I was trying to get the machine working. I should have come the day before, set the machine up, tested it, but I didn't want to do that Friday because then that means, you know, leaving the machine there over the weekend, which I'm never going to do. So yeah, I mean, I couldn't have got up any earlier than I did today, and it's just disappointing to think that like I've probably hindered the progress of the day by just my decision making and thought process. I mean, in my head, like literally we spray the whole room in 10 minutes. So in my head we were going to go loft and first floor in one go. So I was going to have someone mixing, someone spraying it, and then as I spray the room, 10 minutes, bang, 2 plasters in there. And like, if it's all on the walls, 2 plasters should be able to flatten that room. And then that's the morning, stop for lunch, and then do another room in the afternoon. That was me thinking. However, what actually happened was the machine was clogged because whoever had it whenever we used it last time, whoever cleaned it didn't clean it properly. Again, I can't do everything. I feel like I have to do everything, but I can't do everything. we got the windows weren't covered, so we've just spent an hour cleaning the windows that we should have been covered. I don't know why they weren't covered. And then there was loads of little snags where there was like beads missing, scrim just like popping up, like folded on top of each other, sticking out like 5-6 mil. And you're like, you can't skim over that. It's not like you can just keep putting skim and skim and skim. It's got to be flat, and just the preparation wasn't right today. I feel like if we had 4 more plasters, potentially we could have got it done, but I think we'd have had to do 3 mixes, which was doable, because as I say, when you put it on, it's so quick, and that's, you know, that's half the time in plastering, getting it on the wall and then going over and flattening it. So it's good in that sense, but I think you can see from the video that you have to have such big areas to even contemplate using the machine, because it's just so, it's like the shifters. If anything goes wrong, you just have everyone stood around looking at you trying to fix it, and you're like, oh, I don't know why, like that annoys me more than anything. If I have like, so today we had 10 lads stood there not doing anything because I'm trying to fix the machine, and it's just like, I've lost 10 hours there, and in my head I'm thinking, oh my god, like, that's when you look at things and go, right, well, this part for the machine costs 200 quid, and you think, I'm not paying that. And then when you look at it like that and you go, well, I've just lost 10 hours worth of work there, so 200 quid probably would have been good paying it. Like, I mean, I might buy spares for the machine so that if anything happens again, I've just got them to be able to go, right, come on, let's crack on. Oh, but yeah, we don't use it that often, to be fair, so it's sort of hard to justify spending money on it. And then also you see at the start of the day, like, people lose stuff. It's like literally went to start, didn't even have the nozzle, spent half an hour looking around the job for, looking around the lockup for the nozzle, and it was just like, that would have been, if you did, because they done it Friday, they got it all out, but they got it all out without the nozzle. So they told me they got it all out, prepped, ready, everything, and then I got there and I was like, but like I say, you can only hope. It's so hard, this job, because you think, I take stuff on the chin. I mean, I've learned loads over the years, like through like loads of mistakes and stuff, and I'm trying to put things on the group to say, right, cover the windows because of this, do this because of this, scrim that properly because when you come to skim it, it'll be a nightmare, put that bead on properly because when you come to skim it, it'll be a nightmare. And all my experience I'm trying to pass on, and it's like, you've got to accept when people mess up because they're learning, but then you're like, oh. And then the worst is when you teach them all this and you think, oh yeah, and then like either they leave or you just like start all over again. You just think, oh my god, is it ever gonna, are we ever gonna, I keep saying we're gonna get a job where it just all goes dead smoothly and everyone's done these jobs so many times that they just know what they're doing, they know not to do that because it's, but it just never does. It's just always like, stuff happens that you're just like, oh my god, like, why is that happening now? Why isn't that done? Who's done that? Who's left that? Why has someone done that? But yeah, I think when I look at it and how many lads we've had there, what they're on a day, and how many metres squared we've just done, we've probably, you know, done well. But it's just annoying because every time I set out in my head that this is potentially what we can get done if everything goes well. This is like, you know, best case scenario. When it doesn't, you're like, and it's hard to accept that, like, next level down, because you're like, oh, but what, we could have done that if I'd, especially when it's my fault as well, when it's like bad organising or just, that's why it's hard for me to be on the tools, because I have to literally go around the jobs and make sure that everything's done and prepped right. Otherwise, like even today, there was stuff where there was wires just in like the total wrong places, and I'm thinking someone's bored of that and they obviously don't know what they're doing, they just pull the wire through, and it's like, I don't know how many times everyone's got the plans on the group, so whether people are just, 7 minutes, we'll have to stop now. So Tuesday morning, hopefully we're going to get the plastering done today, but I woke up this morning and it's made me realise just how much I need this yard, because I'm running around between jobs now, picking up like a light, some felt to cover the windows, masking tape, and it's just like, I don't know whether I'm too nice and I'm providing too much for the lads. That like we seem to go through spells of when we're hiring people, and the good ones like drive. Not only when they drive, they get a van, they don't get a car, because like what use is a car? I know you can get from A to B, but you can't actually carry anything. And then the good ones like invest and buy tools. So I mean, this needs to be said, because it's not like it's rocket science, but if you don't drive and you don't own any tools, do not come asking for a job on top pay and expect everything to be provided for you, expect to get picked up, dropped off, because there's so many of those people in this industry. Imagine working in an office and going, hi, yeah, applying for the job, and they go in, they go, yeah, great, and you go, sound, I can start Monday, what time's someone picking me up? They'd go, what the fuck are you on about? But in this industry, it's like literally people just expect it. But yeah, when I've got the yard, obviously I can have everything in one place and I can keep track of stuff, because I'm sick of buying stuff now. When I was saying I'm probably too nice, it's like I own like everything, because obviously I've done everything myself. So I've probably bought, I should have in my plastering box about 10 trowels. I've got one trowel, and it's like, it's a joke. So it's like, and then I've just gone to get lights then, and I must have bought, I don't know how many lights I've bought, and it seems to be some things you can take on the head, like per job, you just add it on to the cost of the job, you know, as perishables. But just some of the stuff, mate, it's just like people just fucking robbing it, or people breaking it and thinking, oh, I'll just bin that, or people binning it without even realising. We had that in the before, where I've picked stuff out the skip, like in a cardboard box, brand new, unopened, and I'm like, I've literally just ordered that, it's got delivered, why is it in the skip? Because someone's just gone. But I feel like, I'm moaning, but I feel like we've got obviously a good group of lads now, but I'm still here, leaving my house before everyone else, running around, picking stuff up, investing in stuff, and it's almost like it's just expected when you're the boss to just, you pay for everything, you do everything, you provide everything, and it's just like, it's almost not sustainable at times, especially when it's just stuff going missing or breaking. And like even like the ladders yesterday, like just people not cleaning. I guarantee you, if someone's just went and bought one of those ladders for 70 quid, I guarantee you it's getting cleaned end of the day. But when they borrow mine out the van, that's the one for me call outs as well, so like that's why it's like kept clean, because I can't be turning up to someone's house doing electrics with a ladder covered in plaster. But I'm starting the day on a rant here, and then also I know that I'm the only one with a key now, because someone left the key when I was tidying up yesterday. Again, last to leave, I was tidying up, the keys in the back of the door, so I know I'm going to get there now. I'm a few minutes late from picking all this stuff up that really people should have, like a light and a ladder. You can't really be a builder without a light and a ladder. I had this with wellies when we were doing the concrete. But yeah, hopefully I don't get there and we've just got 10 lads stood outside doing nothing. Fingers crossed. And everyone's outside waiting for me. Of course they are. I hope that comes out now. Take two. So we got air compressor, and you just got to make sure this is big enough, obviously, for this gun. That's why the nozzle, that's why it's got 6 holes in it for air. However, we only use 3 because otherwise you'd have to have a massive compressor to be able to handle that. So first of all, obviously we put water through, pump water through the thing, and what we're hoping is nothing comes out of here now, because no shit comes out of it, because it's been been cleaned, although this is probably the worst it's been cleaned, to be fair. Need to get a jet wash, so lads are going round, taking the windows up. Ben's just fixing a few snags, so someone had put the call points, red cable, fire cable above the door, maybe thinking it was an emergency light, maybe. I don't know. No other snags we can see. All the beads are on. Anyway, any like foam and any big gaps. What are we doing there? What are we doing on that corner there? Someone's just left the bead off. Yeah. That bead's about 2 centimetres away from the corner. That's missing a bead there. Going up, just going up. And then there's a stop bead on the outside here as well. Yeah. Alright, let me get a... I don't know how many meters square this is, but it was a 9-bagger. So 2 coats, 9 bags. Western, looking good now, isn't it? He's down to here, so is everywhere else up there done? Yeah. Let's have a look. So, are you sanding that? I don't want to walk up with it in plaster shoes then. Right. I better shoot, go on. I'll speak to you in a bit. Just getting the jet wash. Got 2, we've got the battery one and the mains one. Just to help us clean this machine out better. It's a brand new machine that we've had. And you know what it's like, you get one bit on it and then everyone just disregards it then as... Got the goodies. Who wants some goodies then? Take your pick. Choose your weapon. Come on. Spray bottle. And some sweets. No one had the sweets yet, no, you're all saving it. Do you need one? And a brush, I don't need a brush. The bottom. Everyone's gone on lunch, haven't they? And they all said they were happy with the wall. So I said, yeah, go on your lunch. And as I was about to leave, me and Ben did we manage to skim a house in a day? Plaster all over the place. Gotta put all these tools away now. Oh, it's a bit of a clean-up job tomorrow, but look at this. Bathroom's all done. These rooms are starting to dry already. I think it helps not having to plaster these walls as well. Starting to dry, which is good. So we'll come tomorrow, clean up, wash all the windows, do everything, but oh, that was a slog. Oh, first of all, plastering is horrible. Like, I enjoy doing it sometimes when you get like big spans done and you look at it and you think, yeah, that's great. But like, oh, if there's one trade I can sub it out, it'd definitely be plastering. But like I say, it's hard to find good ones. So we set out to do plaster the house in a day. Was it achievable? 1,000,000% it was achievable. I don't think we done the machine justice. We were stopping, having to wash it out because it took too long. It wasn't prepped, it was all that. So today went a lot better, and we got, what did we do? A 9-bag mix, and then we did, I think 10-11 bags in the afternoon. So by anyone's standards, that's a good that's a good effort. Whether it's all perfect or not is another story. However, if it's on the wall, and obviously I always say that no matter what plastering we do, it always needs a bit of sanding and filling, even if it's perfect, because lads bring in timbers, knock stuff, and there's just always sanding and filling to do. Oh, I just feel a bit, I should feel like made up, but I just feel a bit deflated because it's like, what, 5 o'clock, and I'm the last one there again, going around picking all my tools up, putting them away, washing them, and I just feel like, yeah, maybe I do need to start treating everyone more like how they treat me, just a job. I don't know, yeah, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Everyone's worked hard today. The next day clean up, eh? It was all fun and games, plastering, wasn't it? Getting loads done. But now, this one's pretty clean, isn't it? This one's done. Just windows, wash it off the walls here, take all these bits off the windows, and then we're going to take them back up for spraying, paint spraying. So that'll be the next video, spraying the house in a day, which is absolutely easy. And just finished plastering that one, and almost got the same on this one, although this one is a lot wider and bigger than the other one. So, but we'll try and do this one in a day. Do you reckon we can skim this one in a day? How many plasters do you reckon? Are you? I went David Lloyd yesterday. I had to sit in the steam room and this. Yeah, yesterday I had a mask on. I was still blowing, and I was just constantly getting little bits of. So where are we up to on here? Andre's back in. Looking very casual. Casual Wednesdays.
Casual Wednesdays, yes, casual Wednesdays.
Keep him warm.
Yes.
What are we on today? That needs cementing in, doesn't it? Clearing. I think Blaine's doing that today, isn't he? The gully? Yeah. Oh, it'd be too much work to swap it now. The only thing we could do is put a new plastic one with an extension into it. That'd be better and bring it up level with the ground.
Just cement all around the edge and then like a plastic.
No, do you know what I mean? I've got
black plastic covers you put over. And then like that.
No, I'll go and show you what I mean. It's like a hopper with a pipe that goes into the gully and then brings it up level, and then you can still rod it and stuff. How are you getting on?
Done.
Boss?
Brick it up when it goes past.
Did you got building sand and stuff for him, didn't you?
Yep.
Boss? And then Blaine's doing these cuts today, is he? and cementing that. You right? It's massive, this, isn't it? We need to remember to do that sill. So we're gonna sandstone that sill again, and then paint it. It'll be good as new. And then trims on the bifolds as well. You know, above, and that was those windows there. Looking good.
Yeah.
Right, what do you want to ask me about them?
Where you want them?
Which way they go?
The orientation
So,
and all that.
obviously, drawers, just middle. No. Yeah, they're obvious. It's only these really, isn't it? So, I don't think that looks right, does it? Yeah, I'd say like that way with that. Because that's obviously the way you're opening, isn't it? Yeah. Middle, and then that one is. Oh no, I thought it was a pull up then for some reason. Yeah. That one, but then that one, that's where it's going to look weird, isn't it? Because that'll have to be in the middle. Because you can't do middle of that.
True.
Because he's cut that down, hasn't he? So that'll have to be middle. And then these, obviously, just same as the larder ones. That one, obviously, at the top. God, it's like getting there, but then still loads of mess.
I might like see if they can splash some paint in the downstairs toilet where the toilet and sink will go.
Get rid of that.
And also in the utility, and we can stack them washing and dryers away.
Yeah, just getting rid of stuff, isn't it? That's why I want to get the floor varnished upstairs so that we can put beds and stuff in it and wardrobes and get them out of the way. Oh, all this hardcore now. Any bricks here now, just throw on the back of the tipper. I'll go and tip that at the yard, and then I'll go to Grundy's and pick up ballast so that you can do a big mix here. And then I'll do some runs and bring some topsoil. And we'll just have to wheelbarrow it round and spread it out here. It's just a case of, what do we do? You know, with these flags, do we pull all them up and just topsoil it? I think we do, you know. And then we can just take them to the yard and crush them. Gardens are not always the last thing that people think about, you know, on a project. And they always cost thousands. It's a good smell of paint. I can hear rolling.
I'm rolling.
Ben just rang me and went, bloody hell, Phil's been busy, hasn't he? I said, there's two of them. Hey, Phil was taking all the glory. Ben said, Phil's done absolute loads, hasn't he? On his own there. I tell you what, it looks good though, doesn't it? You know what, just every house we do this just clean white, and it's just like, you can walk in and just go, yeah, but I need to clean these, don't I? Yeah, these.
Next time you do it,
Yeah.
get eggshell.
Eggshell.
It's hard to wear, it stays white so long. You've got away with eggshell, one coat of money.
He sent me them.
No, but gloss is no one uses gloss. It's
Yeah.
straight gloss. It shows everything cut.
Yeah.
Any blemishes with the
Yellows.
eggshell doesn't show.
Does gloss yellow or does eggshell yellow?
Eggshell's white.
No, but which one yellows more? Eggshell or gloss?
The gloss.
Gloss yellows more.
That'll deoxydize itself in about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can... Say things like the back of your eggshell, but...
This is you, this. He sent me the codes. Look at him looking all sheepish now. So me and Ben have come to the yard to dump some bricks and rocks etc from Weston, and then I've just cut these branches up that the council let me cut back, although I still need to cut that one back, but I'll leave that for now. And then just going to throw these at the back of the yard for them to rot away, hopefully. Then I need to spread these piles out, and then maybe, I don't know how many more loads, probably 1, 2, 3. I still think probably another 7 loads. I'm gonna get it more on you now. So, just been in the yard and I knocked on the neighbour because people don't even know this. It's in episode 1 and 2, which Mark done that I haven't even finished editing. Just reminded me I need to do that. But in episode 1 and 2, you'll see when I bought the yard, or before I bought the yard, I obviously had the land registry red line of what I was buying. However, when I first seen the yard, I looked at the land registry line and I was like, that's not the same as what's actually there. So the neighbour's garden's considerably bigger, and it obviously encroaches on the land of the yard. So obviously I knocked on the neighbours and asked them, said, you know, obviously I've got the land registry here, I'm looking at buying next door, sort of, why is your fence halfway through it? They obviously explained that it was a mistake by land registry, and they had copies in their house that showed that they own the land. So I was like, right, I can't buy the land until that's all resolved. So I put it back on the seller then to say, look, you know, they need to resolve this before I buy the land. So it took 2 years for the land to go through because of that, and it went back and forth with land registry, and they tried different ways of claiming it: adverse possession, correction of titles, and they both come back as, you know, land registry said no, you know, you don't own it. And then they made the title of the land, the builder's yard, absolute, which means that no one else can come forth then and try and claim they own the land. So that's when my solicitor was like, right, you can buy the land now. So as soon as that come through, we purchased the land, and I obviously sent a letter to the neighbours to say, you know, I'll give you as much time, 2 weeks, to try and clear the land, but obviously I need to try and crack on with the yard. And they then got a court injunction to stop me touching the fence, which I didn't know you could do. But yeah, it's been a long, drawn out process, but I just want to get it done now. So I'm at the point where that land that they've taken is worth £24,000 in terms of what I've paid for the land and how much of it is. And I had a quote for £20,000 to connect drains to the yard. So I offered the neighbours, I said, look, I'll sign over that land, 24 grand's worth of land to you, in exchange if you let me dig a trench in your garden and connect to the mains, which finishes obviously in their garden because they're the last house on the street. And I'd not heard back, and obviously we've got this, we're in court over it, but it's been held whilst land registry, they applied again to land registry, but I don't know what difference that's going to make because they've already gone through 2 land registries, so which have come back negative and the title's been made absolute. But apparently a court can overrule land registry, which I didn't know. However, I just want to obviously get this done, and it's been going on for over 2 years now, so it'll be what is it, 3 years in September or something like that. I thought, look, I'm reversing this up, aren't I? But I basically just knocked on to find out, you know, what they're planning on doing, because obviously I need to sort the drainage out now. I need to get, if I need to put a tank in, because there's no other way I get into the mains. If I need to put a tank in, I need to sort of do that now rather than, I'm gonna have to take, oh, I hate this street, you know. I'm gonna have to do that now before we hardcore and concrete. Because if we have to have a tank, it's going to have to go underneath the concrete in the hardcore. So I just knocked on to see, you know, if they were planning on, if they thought my offer was a good offer, that I'd sign over the land that they've took however many years ago, so they legally own it. Because if they tried to sell their house, like, a solicitor would flag it up straight away that, well, you don't own that land that you're trying to sell. So I thought that was the best option for both of us, but they don't seem to want to do that now. So my only option is to go to court and obviously get the land back, which I don't know, it's not that white car's there now. But yeah, so we'll see. What do you reckon? Take the land back?
Tough one, isn't it?
Land's precious though, isn't it? It's 24 grand, like I haven't got 24 grand. What would you do?
They probably don't either.
Well, yeah. You just don't take stuff then, do you?
Squatters' rights, isn't it?
Well, they lost that one when they went to land registry with it, so no, it's not squatters' rights. Yeah, look. So, if I mean, you can see where I've greased it last, but whether that's run out, yeah, it has. It looks a bit dry inside. So, I think what's happened is when these run out of grease, this is what's happening. So we've had it on this arm, look. With this one, no matter what we tried, but I couldn't find the grease nipple for this, and I was thinking, wait, and I've literally just found it like right underneath the arm. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to extend the arm fully flat, and then I'll be able to get one on there. But I've just got to go around and check that we've got all these greased. Yeah, see you when you put that on. So you come out of the joint there. So that one's greased now. Just done that one. Any others you can see? That one's a bit hard to get onto, isn't it? Oh, so that's the one I've tried to do, but I can't get it on. So they put that in a good place. So what I'm going to do, I've just bought a kit there. And the kit handily comes with them on an angle. So I'm going to swap that one now for one on an angle and be able to get it in. But what? How annoying is that? Where do you say? How else are you meant to grease that? Come on there. Yeah, through now. So, Friday morning. I haven't had to clean ice off the windscreen, which is good. I'm just on the way to Weston. I didn't actually film yesterday. I feel like, obviously since we've been doing this YouTube, like each day there's been loads happening. Whereas yesterday was a bit, you know, lads were boarding, 78, and what we've done is on 59, the two student jobs, on 59 when I've been going around plastering, like checking the snags or whatever, there's like a couple of lines and brush marks around obviously where the cables come out. So again, like I'd put on the group, so on this Connect app that we use for the lads, they check in, check out, it just does everything for me, makes everything dead easy. And obviously I put jobs on there, and then when people are done they tick them off and they can put a photo up to show, and then we've got a file then, so that it's getting ready for like the future of, I've got a bigger plan for the company when we get the yard to be able, because I'm sure you've seen on this now, like we can absolutely smash jobs out dead quick, and I've got a bigger plan to have teams in place full time. That we have a groundworks team, because we've got the digger, the conveyor belts, the crusher, the tippers, we've got the yard. So in terms of extensions wise, we'll have everything, all the teams in place to go that, and the groundwork team can hopefully do that and then go on to the next one, and like I think in perfect world scenario, there's no reason why they can't do like easily a job a week, so 52. So there's no reason why we can't be doing 52 plus extensions a year with that in place, with the infrastructure we've got. So that's where we're sort of heading. And at the yard, being able to have obviously someone designing them, etc, etc. So this Connect team app is building towards that. So it's about me, you know, teething issues, learning how to use it, the lads learning how to use it, and then being able to obviously put pictures up to show they've done a job, tick it off. And then also it gives me data then that I can look back at and think, right, well, how long did it take us to do that? How long did, what, you know, but I put stuff on and I get notifications to say that certain lads haven't even looked at it. So I think what's happened is they've got a couple of notifications and they've just thought, I'll be arsed with getting notifications off that. Like obviously it mustn't be for me that. and they've just either blanket cancelled all notifications, so they're not getting the task they need for the day. Probably just turning up to work thinking, oh, what are we doing today? When I sit there for an hour going through it on my phone, planning what everyone's doing, keeping everyone busy. So I put on last night to say, look, no one's getting paid today unless they've ticked off a job, and it's for the ones who've obviously turned the notifications off. And I'll see if anyone messages me today saying, oh, I haven't been paid, and I'll just say I'll check the group. But I'm on the way to Western now. I've got I had a couple of parts for the digger that the company sent out that I need to put on, and then today I'm going to let me get the name right, Total Piling in Ormskirk, because they've built some concrete Lego blocks for us for the yard. So obviously it's hardcore now, but what I want to do is get CCTV and lights set up on it so we can start using it now. And obviously I don't want to start putting scaffold and stuff on there without obviously CCTV and, you know, me getting pings alerts if anyone steps on the site that they're not meant to. So the plan is to have these concrete Lego blocks with a scaffold pole, a hole for the scaffold pole in them, and then I've got 6-meter scaffold poles that we can put in, and then obviously run the cables above out of reach. So I'm going to go today because I spoke to the owner of that, and also we need piling done at the yard, so it'd be good to obviously see the thing, and I'm going to see one of the blocks getting made hopefully. But yeah, I'm going to try and pick 2 or 3 of them up and at lunchtime. And yeah, so what I was trying to do with obviously on the student ones is, I know this, however I've put it on the group, no one's done it, is cut the holes out for the wires, for the electrics, for the spotlights, because it makes it, you can push the wires back in the ceiling then, and then when you skim, it just makes it so much easier. You can get your speed skim all the way across the ceiling then and get a proper flat finish. So it's quicker, easier, gives a better finish, and we're less likely to lose a wire. So there's no negatives to it, like, well, not that I've found. And yeah, it's just lads haven't read the group, haven't done it, and it just has a knock-on effect. And now we've got to go back, sand and fill bits around these wires where we're gonna have to cut them out, and there's like little bits where someone's obviously struggled to get a flat finish on it, and then we might end up with like little, but yeah, on Western, Phil and his dad have been smashing the painting out. Ben and Blaine have been going around ticking all the little jobs off. Ben's been putting windowsills on, bits of timber. Blaine has been caulking, and he's going to varnish the floors, and we're going to put the beds in the rooms. Then that's all the bedrooms boxed off then, which is a good thing. And then we've only got the kitchen bit to paint and decorate them. And yeah, sounds weird that, doesn't it, to say, but hopefully update on Simo as well. My sister seen him in the Tesco and he was drunk, and he said he had pneumonia. He's been in the hospital with pneumonia, but yeah, he's obviously out and drunk, and but he says every day he's coming into work the next day, and then obviously doesn't show up. But yeah, he's better now, and I don't know why. I know when he was with us, he was saying that his flatmate always turns the boiler off, kind of keep the bills down. So it's just another reason why I want to try and get this YouTube going, and I feel like very quickly we could get a deposit for a house and get Simo in his own house, and you know, be contributing towards the bills and stuff like that. So if anyone's got any ideas of how to get us to 1,000 subscribers, please let me know. Maybe we could do some sort of competition, or I don't know. Yeah, I think I occasionally I try and Google stuff and try and think, but I've got so much going on that I don't really have time to do any of that. But yeah, right. I'll, if anyone's got any ideas, let me know. I am doing maintenance bits as well today, so I've ordered new ones of these because the other ones keep going missing. So literally, obviously, when we open the gates and things, these gates can swing open. So last thing we want to do is be working here, lads loading it, and a bit of wind comes and smashes someone's windscreen or car. So, and then also when we go to the yard to tip, these need to be pulled back and strapped to the side so that they don't get smashed off as well, because these have been smashed off once as well before, so hopefully this will stop it. Also on the same tipper, what keeps happening is obviously when we're tipping, something's getting through and it's smashed the trailer connection off. So I've bought a metal one, see how long this one lasts, and then if not, I might try and look at relocating it somewhere and extending the cable so it's out of the way a bit. But yeah, let's get this on the same. Gee, that just took me absolutely ages because the 3 bolts were rusted shut, so I had to grind them off. And then the wiring, I think the wiring's actually wrong on that because I've just been following the diagram on Google and I took a picture obviously when I took it off, and they weren't the same, but I've put them in the same as obviously what they should be on Google, so they're right. And then if I have to go the other side and adjust them, at least it's done the right way. And then I've got a tester here that we plug in, and then I can go obviously the car side and it'll obviously tell me which ones are working, whether they're in the right way, so I'll do that. And then I've just fitted the reversing camera, which says that I need to wire into the power from this light. So first time I've done one of them, but the amount of times I try and reverse this trailer up and I get in and out, it's going to be worth putting this camera on. So left indicator, do right, Ben. Right indicator. Brake. Red, yeah. Sound. So this has been one of the jobs I've been putting off for ages. But yeah, just solder these ones together. I've got to extend the wire, which is quite annoying. But getting the reversing camera set up inside. So it's literally maintenance day. I've been greasing all these bits. I mean, I don't know if you can see here, but this bit snapped off and I've welded it back on. The company have sent me a new complete arm. However, I don't know whether this is actually stronger than the one they've sent, so I've left it in for now because I've not really had an issue with it. And then the other bit is that these ones keep coming loose. See the big nuts going round. So again, what I've done is I've cut this open because go around this side and get it. It was an absolute nightmare to get off. You've got to take like this front bit off, the side off, everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that and like weld it onto like hinges similar to this. And then I've just got like a little flap I can pull up and down then if I need to do that. And then also this is obviously the gear that turns the digger left and right, spins it round, and what happened was it kept coming loose and this bit snapped off. So the company have sent me a new one. However, that's the bit, this is the one I got damaged my eyes, tack welding on, because it just kept coming loose, so I thought, oh, I'll just tack weld it, but they've sent me a new one. And while I was doing all this, I thought, oh, do you know what, I'll put the new one on and put obviously new bolts in, and I'll probably try and get some Loctite and maybe do the same with those ones, get some Loctite on it and just make sure it's all done. And then I've got to top the hydraulic oil up, and that's it on this then. Everything's working. I've greased this to death and put a new bolt through, so I'm hoping that will hold that one. And then we had an issue here as well where this one we couldn't reach, so I put a 45-degree nipple on, so now we can grease this one, so hopefully that one doesn't happen either. So I get the first use of the camera now. Lovely. And And I probably just need to tilt that down a bit so I can see the tow bar. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm at Biffa. I'm getting rid of a little bit of wood so I can go and pick up these. Look at that. That's the worst tip I've ever done, I think, but it's cheaper here than going anywhere else. But I'm going to go and pick up these concrete Lego blocks, hopefully. So we're here at Total Island. Just had a little look. And they've got like a nice little factory in the back there. I'll take you around and have a look. Have you put a pole through them? A what?
Do you see through?
Yeah.
We use them. We have scaff bars.
Yeah.
See already. So we form an over scaff bar with a void around it.
Yeah.
So a scaff bar fits perfect for us.
Sounds. Handy that then, isn't it? Telescopic. So I'm just leaving Total Island now, and do you know what? I love it. I feel like this YouTube's been a good thing because I'd have just messaged the guy. I found them on eBay, and they were selling obviously the concrete blocks, and it wasn't even the size or anything that I was after. I just messaged them to say, oh, any chance you could do this? And he was like, yeah, sent me his thing. And when I looked at their site, I clicked on like their other items, and they do obviously piling, and I thought, oh god, I need piling for the yard. And maybe it is because of the YouTube. I've just started asking people now, like, oh, do you mind if I film doing this? Do you mind if I find out more? Do you mind if I come and have a look? And people, you find that when you do ask, so obviously some people would be like, no, dead secretive, but the majority of people, especially in business, are open, and you know, they're not doing anything dodgy that they're trying to hide, so they're quite happy for you to come round and have a look. And you know what, I just love learning, so I've just learned loads there, watching them one make it, and also it's just interesting to know about obviously the history of that, how they've come together, how all these people obviously started with little bits and grew, which is what obviously we're hoping to do. And I didn't know obviously about the strength of it. I didn't know I went up to a C60, so the most I did was a C40 for the concrete ground beams that they cast. And yeah, and I say he's given us some of these clips to help us get it off of the digger. But about learning, like, that's one of the reasons why I went with the smallest digger when I've ordered it, and like a cheap one, because I know that I'm going to have to learn loads, and what I don't want to do is go and buy like a JCB one for 25 grand, a small one, or if I got a medium one, even more, 30-40 grand, and you know, learn the hard way about not greasing the pins properly, and ended up, you know, breaking the machine. So it is every day is a learning day. 10 of these blocks to pick up, so it will be a case of going back again, and I'll try and film a little bit each time I go, and then maybe do a bit of a I'll do a separate video on that, because it is interesting. Try and get them to send me some footage of them using the piles, and I think they've got a big 20-ton pile driving machine as well that knocks it down. But yeah, and then we'll hopefully get them in to do the piles on the yard. Talking of the yard, a few of my mates, well, for the viewers who haven't watched all the episodes, who may be just watching this one, obviously I've purchased the yard, and a lot of the neighbours obviously don't want it to be a builder's yard because they live nearby. Some of them don't even live nearby, but they're just moaning, and they've started a WhatsApp group. So someone's made these leaflets, I'll put one here, and on the leaflets you can join the private WhatsApp group, and basically they just discuss my plans for the yard and how to stop it, and I'm putting planning in, and they're all going to be ready as soon as the planning comes out to object, and it's like they just don't get it. It's like that's going to be a builder's yard regardless if I get planning or not. So I've put planning in for the shed, for a steel shed, which is going to increase the appearance and reduce the noise and make everything better for the neighbours. Like, planning getting involved means planning can put restrictions on what I do with the yard, whereas if I don't apply for planning, I can just do whatever with it. It's a builder's yard. I can just do whatever. It'll just be an open, it's just going to get concreted flat. But that's what I think they don't really understand, and they're trying to rally together, and I don't know, it feels like they're creating a bit of a beef that's not really there, or like a David and Goliath story where I'm the bad guy for buying a yard and wanting to grow my business. But yeah, a few of my mates are in the WhatsApp group, and they've like been sending me some of the stuff that they do, and it's just like, I don't know if I can share it on here because it's a private group. So anything that's public I can share on here because it's public anyway. If it's in a private group I can't share it. But yeah, some of the comments from some of the neighbours are just silly, and yeah, it's just funny to think that my mates are sat in that group and they're just like but yeah, hopefully, I can't keep saying this, but hopefully when the yard's up and running and they realise, oh, do you know what, it's like, it's not a B&Q, it's not like trucks coming in every day, it is just the vans that he said it was. But yeah, no one else seems to have these issues, and then people have started showing up as well to the company address, which is actually my accountant's address. So there's people showing up to my accountant's office looking to speak with me. I don't know what about, because literally they can speak to me whenever about anything, but I don't know why they're showing up to my accountant's office on the bounce trying to kick off. But yeah, if I always say nothing's easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So everyone would open a builder's yard and do whatever, but I'm obviously willing to take on all this stress, knowing that the bigger picture is gonna be worth it, hopefully. The old one here, so we'll keep that because the cog's fine, the actual motor's fine, it's just that little bit, isn't it, really, that kept coming loose. So we've took those off and hydraulic lines, and then say we've got the old bolts we're going to try and swap. The only thing I'm thinking is whether that head will fit. Oh yeah, just. And then I'm going to put a bit of liquid PTF on it to try and stop it from vibrating and coming out. Right, that'll do. And then do you want to, oh that's heavy, that's heavy. God, this is like one of the smallest diggers you can get. I'm wondering about how heavy something is small. Here we've got Ben making use of the camera. So we are going to try and get these off with a little 1-ton digger. I didn't even ask for them, just put them on. Oh no, he said when you do them, make this so they face in, just in case the chain or anything ever. I'll do that one. Yeah. What odds are you giving to this, making? 2-1. To the end of it. Put your blade down. Wait. Don't. No. Wait. Drag it with your arm because doing that will just make it roll over. No. Don't. No. So the issue we've got is I can only lift this with the whatever it's called down. So I'm going to lift it up and Ben's going to drive away. Slowly. Give me a second. You're on the back barrier bit, Glenn. You're on the back tail lift. Just go it. All that'll happen is it'll fall over and the digger will fall over. Hopefully not and snap. Hey, it's got it. Then. Wow. Digger lah. I tried to load it. Oh well. At least it's off. There's one. I don't even know how we just done that. But me and Ben have just like lifted the canopy of the digger like little bit at a time and then managed to flip it up. Oh, first time the diggers fell over. First and last, hopefully. So this now I'm just gonna flick them off the back. This time we've got it a bit closer, and then now all packed away, ready to go, and look at this. Hey, I can't believe we got them off, you know. But look at that. CCTV block pending. So we're gonna put, I've got 10 of these and we're gonna stop them around the yard, and they're gonna have obviously cameras and lights obviously all facing the yard so that we can we'll be able to start putting stuff here and using it. So get a few more tons of hardcore here and then I'll start dragging. I can't believe the mini digger just got them off, you know. I can't believe the mini digger fell over, but I can't believe it's managed to lift them, and obviously I'll be able to drag them into position, because when the fella put them on, I don't even know how much they weigh, to be fair. I'm sure he said 500. I hope not, because that means we just had 2 ton on the van when we can only have 1.5. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this hardcore, these in position, and some lights and stuff put up, and then it's, you know, all go then. good end to the week. Well, a long end. It's gone 5 o'clock.